Okay, choosing the right RC battery. Key to having the most fun with RC. A good battery can make your day, a bad battery can ruin your day. It can even ruin your car, as we'll go on to in a minute. So, Lipo or nickel metal hydride. Just want to get a few things out of the way at the outset. Big milliamp hour rating, don't be afraid of that. Big C rating, don't be afraid of that either. Those are not the things that kill your RC car's electrics. It's the wrong battery in the wrong application or the wrong car, the wrong ESC, etc. rather than the battery itself. It's a bit like putting petrol in a diesel car or diesel in a petrol car. You just wouldn't do it. So why do it with your RC batteries? Okay, well if you're going down the Lipo route, as many of us do, you know it's going to give you more power, more speed, but it's also going to cost a lot more to both buy in the first place, charge, and you've also got specific handling requirements with the batteries compared to nickel metal hydride, which comes with the car, is going to cost you far less to run, and for a lot of things it can actually be the right battery. So first of all, what are you using the battery for? Because if you're using it just for a rock crawler where speed isn't absolutely essential, and maybe more longevity is, you maybe want to spend 45 minutes an hour out crawling, a decent nickel metal hydride pack like this one with a big milliamp hour rating, say 5000 milliamp hour, that could give you 45-50 minutes out on a crawler range. Whereas what's the point in fitting a 3S battery to your rock crawler where you don't need the speed? If anything, I like my rock crawlers slow. Even though I've built some crazy fast rock crawlers, I actually going out rock crawling as slow as possible. So you need to think about, what am I using the battery for? Now, who makes the best batteries out there? Is it Reaction that make the best batteries? Is it Onyx that make the best batteries? Is it Florian that make the best batteries? Is it Racer's Edge that makes the best batteries? Well, to be honest, if you went on the internet and looked at reviews of all of those and saw the comments against them, you wouldn't buy any Lipo batteries at all. Simple as that. It all comes down to personal choice, because if you go by the bad experiences other people have had, I'm not kidding guys, you simply wouldn't buy any Lipo batteries whatsoever, because there's always somebody out there that's had a bad experience with them. A lot of it is down to how you handle them and how you treat them. Now, Lipo batteries aren't like nickel metal hydride ones. You're not recommended to store them entirely empty, you're not recommended to store them entirely full, because if the pack puffs up too much, it can burst open and burst into flames, and your garage can go up with it. So, highly recommended you store them in a fireproof metal box. Some people go a bit over the top, but I've got a little fire safe that I put in mine in. I think that's pretty much fine for them. Now, you're looking at this pack, thinking that's a soft shell pack, Rich. This is also a hard shell pack. Some people swear by the hard shell packs, don't like the soft shell pack. Some people don't like the soft shell pack because they think of an accident, it might burst open. Right, imagine this is your road car. This is a tree. Bang! What's going to happen? Petrol tank's going to burst open. Doesn't matter what car you're driving, if you reverse into a tree hard enough, the petrol tank is going to burst open. So that battery, be it hard shell or soft shell, you hit anything hard enough, the battery is going to burst open. In the case of a Lipo, that will probably catch fire. That's going to be the least of your worries, because your car's going to suffer that much damage from smashing into something that hard. My opinion is, if you smash the Lipo open, that's the least of your worries. Okay, and when it comes to that hard shell versus soft shell argument, don't be fooled into thinking, well, my hard shell pack is not going puffy, just my soft shell one is. Because what do you think is stopping that hard shell pack from going puffy? It's exactly the same battery inside, it's just a hard shell. So if you've had both of these batteries in the same car, and this one's puffy and this one's not, they both had the same current drawn on, they're both in the same state inside, it's just the hard shell that's fooling you. So don't worry too much about the hard shell, soft shell argument. And for that reason, I run soft shell packs and hard shell packs. Use the battery that is most appropriate for your car, not necessarily the hard shell or the soft shell. In some cases, the soft shell ones, you might want that little bit of squeeze to get in a gap, which a hard shell one simply wouldn't allow you to squeeze into. Now when it comes down to outright speed, doesn't matter if it's lithium polymer or nickel metal hydride, the key thing that relates to speed is the voltage. So say, I'm going to use these batteries purely as an example, this 3S pack is not going to power your car as fast as this 4S pack is. However, you need to bear in mind, you can't just go dumping a 4S pack or a 3S pack into any car. You need to be very careful attention to what the speed control of the SC is rated to. Otherwise, either one of these batteries could fry your car. But on some of the bigger cars, got to take these batteries without any problem. Now when it comes down to choosing the right battery, what you also need to bear in mind is not just what terrain you're going over, but now when it comes down to choosing the right battery, you also need to think about what terrain you're going over, what speed you're going to be running at, as well as what car it's running in. Something like this 2S Lipo as an example might not be your preferred crawler option, but if you're going on a very technical course and you're wanting to keep the weight down on the crawler, then this 2S 2000 mAh Lipo might be absolutely perfect for it. If you're wanting to go out for 45 minutes, an hour with your mates, this nickel metal hydride 5000 mAh pack is probably more your kind of thing. Okay, however, if speed is your thing, then typically a 3S Lipo pack is the one that most of us are going to use. Now, a wide variety of Traxxas cars just run 3S Lipos as the max on there, but they have a rating of say 25C. I use this one as an example, not a Traxxas battery, Racer's Edge one, 25C. So what's the C rating all about on batteries, Rich, and why is it so important when you want to go fast? How to choose the right RC battery? Well, any questions you've got on this video, please do ask away, as I imagine there are going to be quite a few on here. Very contentious subject as to who makes the right battery, what size do I get, etc. Lots and lots of questions I'm anticipating, but please do ask away. Okay, so when it comes to speed, what difference is that C rating going to make to you, and why is that C rating on your battery so critical to a car? Traxxas eRevo 2.0 VXLR runs on 6S, takes two 3S packs. Traxxas only sell batteries which have a 25C rating on here. However, Armour cars also run on 6S, but they recommend these Onyx packs which have a 50C rating. That's double the rating of the Traxxas packs. So what is that C rating and why is it so important? Well, a 3S pack like this Onyx one delivers a maximum of 11.1 volts. That's a maximum voltage, right? But the more the car, say this is a maximum, the more load the car is under, the less the battery is going to be able to achieve that maximum voltage. So instead of 11.1 under full load, it might be only giving out like 9, 8.5, something like that. The higher the C rating, the greater the chances are of that battery gives out is closer to its maximum voltage of 11.1 volts. So if you've got a battery with a 25C rating, under full load, the battery instead of 11.1 volts might only give out 5 or 6 volts. A battery with a 50C rating is far likelier to give you out that full 11.1 volts. So that is my best explanation of a C rating. I'm sure there will be people that will comment on this technically, on this video from a technical point of view, and explain all sorts of milliamp hour things. I'm just telling you in real world language kind of what you need to know. The one thing I would say is there's a lot of talk, oh, will that fit in a high C rating in my car, fry the ESC, fry the motor? No, it won't. It just gives the battery the chance to deliver that voltage at its maximum for as long as possible on there. Okay, when it comes to that milliamp hour rating, 5000 milliamp battery, 2000 milliamp battery. Are either one of these going to fry your RC car, be it from Traxxas or Hobbyco or whatever, to pieces by using a larger 5000 milliamp hour one? Let's put it this way: half a tank of gas, full tank of gas. Simple as that. This one is going to last far less time because it's less than half the capacity of this one. That is what the milliamp hour rating refers to. Undoubtedly, somebody will comment on this, tell me all the technical stuff on it. You just want to know, like I do, how long is this pack going to last compared to this one? Okay, any questions you got on that kind of stuff, guys, then please do ask along the way. Lipo care. Look at these batteries. This one, nice and puffed up. This one, nice and not puffed up. Which one do you think is the good one? You guessed wrong. That one that I've just dropped on the floor, the one that's not puffed up, is absolutely dead. The one that's puffed up is still working absolutely fine. Cells in this one, when it's on charge, says cell error all the time. Two of the cells in this, absolutely shot to pieces, dead as a doornail. That's no detriment to Onyx. I'd highly recommend Onyx batteries, by the way. For some reason, this one has just died on me. But as I say, that can happen with any manufacturer's battery. Just reading online, see what I mean. Okay, when it comes to choosing a battery charger, this is the first Lipo battery charger I started out with. It will choose, like most of them, do Lipos and nickel metal hydride batteries just as a one battery. As you expand, what I would say from the start is buy one that charges two batteries at once. You might not have the need for it now, but you may well do tomorrow. Also, this battery will do Lipo storage and Lipo discharge on there, whereas this will merely charge the batteries. But you want to store them for a long period of time, go for something like this. Something to consider anyway. And if you're running different RCs, you're also going to need to consider the amount of extra connectors you might need to buy. I hate to even think of how much money I've spent on connectors here. I've got just about every charging adapter lead known to man for running pretty much any battery on there. And bear in mind, if you're running 6S, you're going to need 2 of everything, because you're going to need a battery charger that's going to charge 2 batteries at once. I would just point out, you don't need to go and buy out all of these connectors at once. It's something I've accrued over a large period of time with various different cars. Also, you can just go out and buy a fairly basic Lipo battery charger to start with. However, if you're running 6S cars with 2 3S packs in, you might want to buy something like the Hi-Tech X2, which charges 2 batteries at once. That, of course, is you need 2 of every battery connector. Whilst I run quite a few Traxxas cars, you will notice there are no Traxxas batteries on this bench. That's because I prefer ones with a higher C rating on them. However, that gives me the issue that I need Traxxas connectors on the end of them. It is alright to use a lead like this for charging your non-Traxxas batteries. Do not use one of these in a high current application. If you see my XO1 video, one of these leads actually burns itself to pieces, nearly sets fire to the car. I tend to use these like no wire adapter leads when I'm running high current applications on the battery. Suggest you do likewise. Okay, the one thing I would say is a lot of cars have now come with an ESC that can take a lithium and polymer battery. You need to ensure that it is set with the Lipo cut-off on the there, because if the car came with a stock nickel metal hydride battery, the ESC will be set for nickel metal hydride. If you put a Lipo in that car without changing the ESC setting, what will happen is it will drain all the energy out of this Lipo battery without any warning. The voltage will run too low, the pack will swell up and it will burst open into flames, and those flames will burn your car body shell, which will then stick on the car, and you can then lose an investment of several $100s. So well, I hope these explanations of how to choose the right battery so far are helping. Any comments or questions you got, please do ask away, and if you are liking this video, do consider subscribing. Anyway, on with choosing the right battery. Another instance where a lightweight battery with a no milliamp rating might be good is in something like my Traxxas Vortec here. This will actually take these 6S battery setup. They're Venom 3200 milliamp batteries, 30C rating, but together they are small enough to fit in there. So choose the right battery for your right application is half the key to winning the battery battle. Okay, so there you are, choosing the right Lipo battery. Absolute minefield. Hopefully that has given you some food for thought, answered some of your questions. If you've got questions, then please do ask away, but hopefully that's given you some guidance on there. So what would I recommend? Go for a higher C rating as possible. When it comes down to milliamp hours, a lot of it's going to be purely down to the application running where you want to run it to. You want to go out crawling for 45 minutes with your mates, then a pack like this is going to be good. You just want a quick blast around the park with your road car, then a flat pack with this with very low milliamp rating could be just the thing you need. So when choosing the right battery for your car, it's always about choosing the most appropriate battery. In general, I prefer one with a higher C rating. If I run one with a low C rating in a car like this that's drawing absolutely masses of current, the thing is going to swell up, it's going to damage the battery. Am I going to go and put a comment on it online saying this battery is terrible? No, because that's my fault if I've used the wrong battery in the car. So think about matching the battery to the application that you're using it. High current, high draw, think high C's on the battery rating. Not necessarily high milliamp hours on there. That, as I say, is like the gas tank thing, half full, half empty. It's going to give you duration, not necessarily the oomph that the high C rating will do. Well, I hope you liked my video on choosing the right battery for your RC car. It may well have given you more questions than answers, but hopefully I've answered a lot of things out there that people have been asking me and talking about online. Anyway, I hope it's of benefit. If it is, and you like this, you want to see these batteries running some real RC cars, then please do subscribe. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please click on the circle image to subscribe. Thanks for watching. It helps if you want to turn on the notification button next to the subscribe button.